I mean, you did say so long as they beat the Panthers, you'd be happy, so, like, got what you wished for. You know, if I were to, like, find $1 million on the ground, I don't even care what condition the Bills are in. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 71 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 4-3 in the shootout over the Florida Panthers. And, you know, they won. They won. That's all we care about. Was it the prettiest thing? God, no. Was it anywhere close to a work of art? Definitely not, but they did win. Hey friends, do you remember when the first 2 times the Rangers this season played the Tampa Bay Lightning, they beat the tar out of the Lightning, but then in the final game of their season series, the Lightning won, and so they got to walk out with the good vibes? This game in a nutshell. Panthers in game 1 and 2 against the Rangers this season beat the crap out of them, like embarrassingly so. But the Rangers tonight get the win. They get the satisfaction of ending their season series against the Panthers with a win. And that's all you need. That is all you need, is the knowledge that you can go toe-to-toe with the Panthers and win. I understand that 3-on-3 overtime isn't going to be in the playoffs. Neither is the shootout. Was this a playoff-style game? I would say no. But they were able, in a game, to beat the Panthers. And even if you want to say, oh, that was in the shootout, that's not playoff style hockey, I'm not going to disagree with you. But they were able to overcome a 2-goal deficit and then a 1-goal deficit late in the third period. That should give you some comfort. That should give you some good feel in this game. How did the Rangers go down 2-0, you might be asking yourself? Well, first one, Matthew Tkachuk. I understand that there have been a lot of really, really good tip-ins recently. I understand that there have been some really, really good net front goals this season. That was disgusting for Matthew Tkachuk. Beautiful goal in front of the net to tip it out of midair. Nothing, and I mean nothing, Igor Shesterkin can do on that one. That's a goal for Tkachuk. Hats off to him. Second goal was Eetu Liljegren. And, the defense on this goal. Rangers are missing 2 really important defensemen. That's Ryan Lindgren. That is Jacob Trouba. And by God, I want him back. Like both of them badly. Because Miller has not looked the same without Trouba. And Adam Fox has won a Norris Trophy. Like, he has won a Norris Trophy. Can't take that away from him. He forgets how to play defense when he doesn't have Ryan Lindgren. It is insane. And Gustafsson should be blamed for this goal partially, because the start of it, it's on him. The reason, I believe it was Sam Reinhart, was able to break out into the neutral zone was because Gustafsson couldn't stop it in the offensive zone for the Rangers / defensive zone for the Panthers. That is on him. So I'm not blaming Fox on the 2-on-1. I am blaming him on some of the worst playing the pass defense I have ever seen on a 2-on-1 pass. Like, Reinhart made it pretty obvious that he was going pass, and Liljegren just, good goal for him. You cap off to the Panthers, but dude, Fox, gotta make a play there. I was losing it for like a minute and a half until the Rangers scored. That was 6 minutes later. I was losing it for 6 minutes, apparently. Felt like 30 seconds. Adam Fox on the power play makes up for his mistake from the blue line, rifles one, beauteous shot, scores, Rangers are on the board. It's 2-1. And that was the moment when the Rangers totally swung the momentum. That was when they came rolling back into this game. For a long bit in this game, from that goal and like a minute before that, right around when that power play started, to like halfway through the third period, the Rangers were kicking the Panthers up and down the ice. They were dominating play. They looked great. The Panthers maybe had a couple of seconds where they had good control in the offensive zone, but they went like 15, 16 minutes in this game without a shot on net. And in a crucial part of the game, like late second in a tie game, and then most of the third in a tied game, and they couldn't get a shot off. The Rangers looked great. The Artemi Panarin goal, the first one, dude. Artemi Panarin has gotten a lot of credit this season, rightly so, for how he's been offensively. I mean, good God, he's at 99 points now and 43 goals on the season. He should be getting a lot of praise for how he's been offensively. His career high in goals was 32, and he very well could hit 50 this season. He's just unbelievable offensively. But Artemi Panarin defensively has gotten a lot better. I'm not going to say that he's some Selke nominee or Selke candidate, no, but he's gotten significantly better in his own zone. He's gotten a bit better in the neutral zone. He's gotten a lot more noticeable on kind of forechecks. Like when the puck's loose in the offensive zone, he's done a lot better job going and getting it. This starts with some confusion kind of started by Artemi Panarin behind the net. And eventually it works its way out. It's a pass from Trocheck over to Panarin. He's kind of spinning and falling, but still rifles one towards the net. He scores. The Rangers tied the game up at 2. And again, for a while, they ran shop over the Florida Panthers in this game. Until late in the third period, where Carter Verhaeghe just kind of floats one. And listen, I love Igor Shesterkin. That was not a great goal to allow. You'd definitely not like to see that, especially in the circumstance of being late in the third period. Artemi Panarin, however, said, "Don't worry, I've got you." Less than a minute later, Artemi Panarin picking him up. There's traffic in front of the net. Panarin can't see the goaltender, and he knows at that moment when you can't see him, throw the puck on net. He does. He scores. It's tied 3-3. The Rangers go into overtime, get robbed a few times from Sergei Bobrovsky. They head to the shootout. First shootout goal for the Rangers, Mika Zibanejad. Holy God, was that a disgusting move. It was so disgusting that even Sergei Bobrovsky was just kind of giggling and nodding in agreement of like, yeah, that was sick. Like, that was, and side note, as a lover of Sergei Bobrovsky, that was a cool moment. For even him, as he's sitting there being scored on in the shootout, I'd be like, nah, that was sick as all get out. Artemi Panarin would also score in the shootout, and I'm gonna say it. I don't know that that was a good goal, man. I thought he was going backwards. I'm happy it counted because I'm happy they won and they got the 2 points instead of the 1. But, like, I don't know that that was a good goal, man. I really don't. Shesterkin made a really nice stop in the third round off of Tarasenko, if I'm not mistaken. Like, really good stop from Shesty. They don't ask you how. They ask you how many. The Rangers somehow managed to get the 2 points against the Panthers. And don't look now, but they sit at 98 points, which is number 1 in the National Hockey League. And they have a game on hand against the number 2 spot, the Boston Bruins. Now listen, I do not know that the Rangers are going to win the President's Trophy. I don't know that they necessarily should, and I'm not talking about just from a like personal standpoint of like, have they played like they deserve to? No, like, hey, do we really want to win the President's Trophy? That hasn't gone well in the past. But that's not their problem. The New York Rangers are at this moment in time, as they were a few times early in the season, the number 1 team in the sport. From a team that everyone kind of this season thought, especially me, thought was going to have a bit of a regression from last year. I genuinely don't even have words for what they've done. I don't have words for the job that Peter Laviolette has done. The step up that so many star players have taken. That so many not star players have taken. Young players or players brought in to be stopgaps. Panarin's been unbelievable. You have Lafreniere and Trocheck, who have both taken massive steps forward. Trocheck last year was fine, but that's kind of all he was. Lafreniere was at points last year a non-factor, and at other points just like, that's great, are you ever going to develop? He has. He's been one of the best players on the Rangers this season, earning that spot in the top 6. Eric Gustafsson had a bad play tonight, but dude, he's been fantastic this year. So many players who we weren't expecting to step up in big roles have. And then your star player in Artemi Panarin is having the best season of his career. And you might say, Weston, why are you getting all sappy in this type of a game? This is against another really good team. My thought for the past 3 months has been everyone in the East is fighting for their right to get their butt handed to them by the Florida Panthers. And now, the Rangers take a little bit of the snarl out of the Florida Panthers. Yes, they had to do it in the shootout, which is not necessarily how you'd like it. Would I have preferred the Rangers to have just won this in regulation? Yeah. Would I have preferred them to win it by more than, a goal in the shootout? Yeah. They overcame a 2-0 deficit over the Panthers. The Panthers, who are very healthy, they were missing Barkov. I will give you that. But defensively, missing no one to my knowledge on their blue line. And they overcome a 2-0 deficit with Bob in net. They managed to take a little bit of the snarl out of the Florida Panthers. And in your final meeting against them, that is important. And now the Rangers have a couple of days off. They don't play again until Tuesday evening. That game will be at 7 p.m. in Madison Square Garden as they get ready to take on the Philadelphia Flyers. I can't wait to see what Mika Zibanejad does to his favorite team. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.